The answer is yes, I do. Right. Okay. I think we are good to go. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another round of the Project 1 GT series. Well, even though we kind of skipped the last one in terms of, like, streaming-wise, we are at round 5 of the Project 1 GT series. Last week, we were at the notorious Nürburgring. Like I mentioned, we didn't have a stream for that, unfortunately, because we had a lot of technical issues, or not technical issues, but a lot of issues in general with the lobby we're trying to get going last week. Seems like that seems to happen every time we do these Enduros, not gonna lie. But anyway, yeah, I was basically thrown in last minute to just race, and yeah, so that's just a short story of it. But looks like we're all good for this race. We got all 15 cars here out on track here at Suzuka. This is the first time that Project 1 has ever been to the Suzuka International Racing Course, or the Suzuka circuit. If you are very familiar with Formula 1, well, you may recognize it straight away, of course. It's one of the few anti-clockwise tracks on the Formula 1 calendar, one of the famous tracks as well on the Formula 1 calendar as well. But it is a very tricky track because it is very technical. The dirty air can be a big factor as well, and it is very difficult to pass around this circuit. The circuit usually would have one DRSL, of course, in Formula 1, but obviously we're not driving Formula 1 cars, we're driving GT3 cars. The track consists of 5.8 kilometers long, 18 turns, 10 to the left, and I believe 8 to the right. And that is all the drivers will have to negotiate here. A little bit of reports from last week. Well, actually, there wasn't really, to be fair. There was no reports as far as incidents go, so the results stand like this from the Nürburgring. So Lane Everingham, who has won the 3 previous times, won his 4th time at the Nürburgring, followed by Speed Tires, who was in what car was he in? I think he was in I have to remember. I think he was in one of the Mitsubishis. I can't remember. But yeah, I think it was with the racing division, if I'm correct. But anyways, he finished 2nd. Then Red One, another returning face from the GT side, finished 3rd for the racing division as well. In 4th was Lunacy, 5th was Dynamite, 6th was Stingray, 7th was BK, 8th was Bodhod, and 9th, oh no, I'm sorry, I think I'm let me read that over again. 6th was Stingray, 7th was Jack, 8th was Bodhod, 9th was BK, and then 10th was Blocky. And also, yeah, Blocky is not racing tonight, so we've got a returning face who was supposed to be racing full-time for Max Speed, if I remember correctly, who decided to become a reserve, will be racing tonight in the Revo Satellite racing car. So now, as you can see, qualifying is underway. So, driver standings are looking like this for the time being. Lane Everingham is leading the championship by 30 points over Bono with 932 points, Bono with 902. Jack in 3rd with 889, Dynamite in 4th with 856, Stingray in 5th with 831, BK in 6th with 730. Curry, Texas in 7th with 714, BCP with 664 points, Blocky in 9th 610, and then Prezzo completes the top 10 with 594. The Enduro Cup, I do mention that. Dynamite is leading that with 522 points. Speedy Tires, who's a reserve, is in 2nd with 485 points. Lane is in 3rd with 468, Bono with 466. Shaq in 5th with 432. BK in 6th with 348. Prezzo in 7th with 342. Stingray 8th with 329. Jamo in 9th with 288. And then done, but I just wanted to give you that update since we haven't done a stream for that. Teams Championship, though, it's been a bit of a runaway for Max Speed. They are leading by just nearly 150 points. They have 2,521 points right now. Right behind them is FP Autosport with 2,352 points at the very moment. Then it's Revo Satellite Racing with 2,224. The Racing Division with 2,205. And then Kenny Motorsport in fifth with 2,297. So yeah, basically a 169-point gap between FP Autosport and Max Speed. So with that all out of the way, now we can focus on the race itself. So the race for tonight is the Suzuka 200 kilometers. So it'll be a feature and a sprint format. So the feature race will have 20 laps, a 5-lap tire minimum requirement, and then the sprint 15 laps with a 4-lap tire minimum requirement. And that is pretty much all you need to know. Hello, OP. Good to see you're active in the chat today. So yeah, we've got everyone on track now, obviously doing their laps. For the time being, Jack right now is the lead car in front. BCP, as you can see, is behind him in second, running in the order. That's BK Lane, and then Blotton. Obviously, no one has set a lap time just quite yet. If you see those times that says lap 1 has been done, that's just their hat laps. That's not really a legit lap. So what I have been hearing, though, as far as what everyone's going to be concerned about is the tire wear at the fronts are definitely going to be a big factor around here at Suzuka. So we could see maybe a 2-stop race being played around here. Of course, another thing, too, is that the AstroTurf, that bright green turf that you can see right there going through that chicane, is pretty much a death sentence. You have no grip, and sometimes it can be very difficult to get a sort of grip for your car. As Jack is on the top of the table with a 1:59.1. Lane jumps to second with a 1:59.2, so it's Max Speed 1-2. BCP in third with a 1:59.6. Kane, well, actually I take that back. Wags now goes to fourth with a 2:2.5. Okay, with a 2:3.1. Jamo, who has not set a lap time just quite yet. As Prezzo's done a 2:21.4. Obviously, that's not a legitimate time. Tube has done a 2:1.2. More cars coming across the line as we speak. Let's see. So yeah, that's pretty much about the time being. You did see Steer and Dynamite come out of the pits. They were just coming out to put on the soft tires. They probably just are opting to go to the medium tires to start off for the race. So pretty much it's either going to be a case of you start on the softs, you get the tire advantage off the start, but the fronts are going to be very worn out, or you could go for the mediums, but you will be bogged down, and meaning that you probably will be swamped by the rest of the field and won't have the rest of the pace, but you can go the distance. We'll have to wait and see what that pans out. And I'll tell you what, if Jack does another lap, we'll ride along with the Peugeot. And he does not seem like he's improving this time, so he might be opting going into the pit lane, but we'll see. Right through the chicane he comes. And there's BCP right there. Yep, he's going to the pits. Oh, that's interesting there. How about Lane? Do you duck in? Yes, you do. There's two. Alright. Maybe we might try to take advantage of him if he does. Dude, he's got a lot of convoy behind him, that's for sure. He's got Curving and Bordhard behind, and he's cut way too much of the grass, and as a result, he goes very wide indeed. Jambo with a 2-minute, what was that time there? A 2:09, and then Tim with a 2:07. Oh, hello. That's a car that went off there for a brief moment. Tell you what, we'll run along with BK. He'll give us a bit of a guide tour. So you saw him go down the main straight. This is turns 1 and 2 of the racetrack. Up towards now the notorious S's. This is just an uphill climb through this these corners here. Bunch of right, left, right chicane. Well, somewhat chicane bits, but it's just all elevation change. Up through now Dunlop curve. It's purple through the first sector. He's improved by a 10 through the first sector. Through the Dunlop curve, and now into the notorious Dagna curves. This is a bit of an interesting one. You can take these very fast in a Formula 1 car. You have to be very gentle, though, with these GT3 cars, of course. Up to now turn 10 towards turn 11. That is the hairpin. Braking up towards just about, maybe about less than 75 meters. And then through the sweeping right-hander and up towards the spoon curve, the notorious spoon curve. Braking just at 50, keeping it in 4th gear, using the inside curve on both parts of the spoon curve. Did that pretty nice, actually. And he's got a little bit of traffic involved in front of him. Let's see what the clock says for him. I think this would be the end of the middle sector for that. 139.7 according to the middle sector. He's got Gemma there parked on the left side. And now onto the chicane. Hold on a second. I just realized my mic was off. I just came back from doing something for my mother. But yeah, what I was trying to say while I was muted, you can see that it's a max speed 1, 2, 3. Jack, Lane, Lunacy, Dynamite, Curving. Top 9 was separated by just a second from the rest of the field. Then it's Stingray, Botthot, BK, Tim, Prezzo, Jamo, Tube, Wags, and Kane. Alright, here we go. And I think this is Jack's second pole this season so far. And here we go from Suzuka. Long wheel spin there from Peugeot. I think he's got a good start, but I think Lane got an even better start as they make their way through the first corner. And yes, he does. Lane takes the lead going to the first corner into turns 1 and 2. That's the Peugeot's leading 1, 2, and 3. With Lane and Jack, and then Lunacy. Dynamite right now in 4th place. He's holding his ground, curving. The current leading Revo car is in the top 5. Then it's BCP, who's looking to try to at least find some sort of an opportunity to get past that Ford in front of him. There's Botthot, then Tim, and then Stingray, who is the current lead Kennedy Motorsport car in the top 10. Jamo in 10. BK's dropped down to 11th place. He's lost 2 places. Prezzo's down to 12. Kane's gained 2. Up to 13, 2, and then Wags. And now we make their way onto the hairpin they come. Lane leading the way just by almost just ahead of his teammate Jack. Then it's Lunacy still holding on. Dynamite though looking to bring the company here. It is 20 laps, just remember that. It is a 5-lap tire requirement, so that's the thing that these drivers will have to worry about. So let's see, as far as the strategies I can see, top 2 on the sauce, Lunacy on the typical mediums as he usually does. He's got pressure from Dynamite. He's left the door open and he's going to try to get past them as they make their way through 135. Curving though is looking like he's going to try to push the Hyundai as they make their way towards 130. This is going to be interesting. How will this fare with these cars though is the question. And Dynamite's on the AstroTurf. Oh, he gets in front of his teammate as well. That was a very interesting rejoin, but thankfully it looks like no harm done. But unfortunately for Lunacy, there has been harm done because he's been swamped, and he's really swamped by 4 of the cars behind him. There's BCB behind, there's Kirby, he's lost in place, but he's trying to fight back as they make their way towards turn 1. He's looking to the inside. That is a lunge there from Kirby. Oh, but he goes onto the AstroTurf. He spins the back end, and he goes into the gravel trap. As a result of that, he went way too opportunistic, and he's gone from 6th to last place. Oh, that is so unfortunate there for Kirby, so he's going to have to make up that ground all over again. Botthot though looking a little out of shape though as he's making his way through the S's up the Dunlop curve. Stingray's in this fight as well, I can see that. Trying to barge his way through as they make their way through the Degna curves. Botthot has to go to the grass even. He almost gets rammed by BK as they make their way through the Degna 2 curve. Thankfully no harm done from those guys. Lunacy though, trying to hang on to Dynamite at least, but he has lost a lot of time to the other Peugeots in front. Lane is under control at least for the time being. Up through the smooth curve. Maybe Curving did get shoved. I thought he may have had a huge lunge, but I could be wrong. I'll have to look back at the footage, but I could have sworn he probably just made a little bit of a lunge. That was just a little bit too desperate, but that's a bit unfortunate there for Curving. Yeah, you can look at the gap that these 2 Peugeots have got already. Just by 5 seconds separated between those 2 and Dynamite. As Lunacy has opened the door for BCP as they make their way down the main straight once again. Currently fast lap is held by Jack with a 159.3. So, we'll see how the strategy pans out, whether this will be a 1-stop or a 2-stop. Dynamite is on the medium tires as well, I just noticed that too. The top 2 are on the soft compound tires, that's obviously noticeable because of them pulling away significantly from the rest of the field. But I think those soft tires are working well though for those Peugeots, for sure. But also on the mediums, that's what he typically normally does. Starting on the medium compact tire until you have to get the soft tires. But he's under pressure from BK as they make their way through the Dunlop curve. He's going to try to go down to the left side. One of them will have the inside as he brakes later than BK going through Daytona 1. And he holds his ground there. And BK getting a little out of shape though. Speaking of out of shape, Prezzo went a little out of shape as well out of the Daytona 2 curve. Yeah, these Peugeots are just working well. They're just literally in a class of their own, pretty much. Poor Lunacy has been trying to fight all these midfielders as best as he possibly can. Of course, he'll go to the soft tire, but Steinray now barges away through Lunacy and goes into 5th place. Nice move there. What does Lunacy fight back? I know how Lunacy can be. He's usually a pretty patient driver. He's not looking just to fight anything. No, he's not going to do anything. He's just giving Steinray a little bit of a bump. Same story with BCB, giving Dynamite a little bit of a bump. And BK trying to go down the inside into the chicane, trying to get past Bodot and make the stick. Bodot holds on, at least for now, but has a little bit of a slide at the exit of turn 18, and now they make their way down the main straight. BK using the slipstream, moving to the left side. What does Tim do? He's going to follow BK as well, making the way to turn 1. Does BK have enough? The answer, I think, is no. He has to hold on, but he's going to try to go for a switch. Oh, but he gets a little bit twitchy on the exit. I think he might have got bumped there from Tim. I'm not quite sure. But Bodot trying to do his best to defend for his life against that Subaru. So far, it's working at least somewhat well. Got one more lap until they get to the tire requirement, and BK once again trying to go down the left side as they make their way to Daytona 1. Bodot again holds his ground, at least for the time being. Up, a little bit upwards, not much has totally changed from what I can see, other than Dynamite has a 1 second time penalty over his head. Meanwhile, the two Peugeots still working well. Look at the gap. They've got 8.5 seconds to the next car behind. Spoon. So far, the Genesis working well. Holding on, BCP. Steinray right now in 5th. Genesis still holding on to 6th place. BK has actually now managed to get past Bodot and same with Tim. They're up to 7th and 8th place, those two. I guess now they're going to do the little shake and bake as they tend to say whenever they follow each other. Oh, but Bodot goes into the AstroTurf. And that, no, I thought he was going to be like way off out of the picture, but no, he managed to hold on. Could have gone worse, but he's still within those 3. And also he's got a penalty to his name, unfortunately there. So what does Tim do here? Does he just follow BK? Yes, that's probably what it looks like to me. I was expecting a lot of following, but they've actually been some good action so far. Surprisingly, especially around Suzuka. I guess it doesn't really affect these cars. I mean, unlike Formula 1 cars, but you have constant dirty air when you go up the hill through the S's. And also, I've just noticed that Jack has now taken the lead of the race. So he's up into 1st lane, willing to play just the rear gunner role and just stick behind, I think. Of course, the team out lane. Oh, hello, Steiner. What is going on with you? Well, that was a bit of lag I saw there. Dear me. You had that issue as well at MTCC when we were racing at the Brands Hatch Indy Circuit. Stingray, oh, he was deep in the brakes there. He tried to think about a move there on Lunacy, but couldn't find anything there. So this is now the official tire requirement met, as Banana's now thinking of moving to the inside. Dynamite though chops his nose and says, no, you're not going past there. Just stay behind me. Still comfortable in front, 10.5 seconds. At the time being. They've been doing very, very well with the teamwork they've been doing. There goes the cars from 3rd to 6th. And here come the cars from 7th to 9th. As Prezzo's now involved in this as well. Oh! He's way down the field. What happened to him? He must have made some catastrophic mistake at 130R. Yeah, because he was right there with Tim and BK, so he must have made a catastrophic mistake, and well, as a result, he's now down to last. There you go. He's going to have to make up that ground all over again, too. Now the question is, when are these guys going to pit? Of course, I have no idea what the strategy will be, because I've never raced here with these cars. I mean, I could tell you if it was Formula 1, it'd be a one-stop, but obviously these are not Formula 1 cars, like I mentioned earlier. I saw just got past Stingray from 5th place. Maybe some parts if you're on the soft tire. Those softs are probably going to be start hanging off the cliff. Like I mentioned, the fronts are the ones that you'd have to keep an eye on. Let's see what the Peugeots do. Do they come into the pits now, or do they keep going as it is? See, nope, they stay out, so they're still good with minding their own business. For the chicane comes Dynamite, BCB, Lunacy, and Stingray. There's BK there as well. There's Tim and Prezzo. So they've lost a little bit of ground in BK, so they're going to have to try to get... Oh, no, Prezzo's just going to try to go for it. Well, there you go. He's going to go down the inside of the turn 1, and he does get through. There you go. Into turn 1, and now we'll try to hunt down BK. You can see the fronts, like, on that tire graphic. It's starting to get pretty worn, about quarter of the way worn on the fronts for the softs. It seems to be worse on the Hyundai than it is on the Subaru. Because look at the Subaru's comparison. Not that bad. I can't say the same thing too with Peugeots. Oh, it's BCP though with the tire wear. He's just as bad as the Hyundais from the way it looks. I haven't mentioned though about Revo. Oh, their tire's looking. Revo's is not that bad. Yeah, they're not doing too bad in terms of tire wear. Through 200R. Pretty much has been the same for at least the last couple of laps with this bunch. As I thought Tim was thinking about it there, but nah, just thought better of it. Stick by Prezzo's. Prezzo's also got 9/10 of a second penalty up on his head there. And there's Curry. He's trying to claw back after having an accident there when he laps, and he has made his way back up into the top 10. Lunacy is going to be the first to blink, so he is going to the soft compound tires to begin with. So there you go. The first guy to come into the pits. So he will be quick. We'll have to see where he comes out, though. Oh, hello. BK's made a mistake. He's hit the AstroTurf at turn 1. And he's lost a lot of time as well. So now look at that. Now Frezzo's going to be on the back of him. So he must have ran wide, and then, yeah, the AstroTurf just gave the best of him. Let's see, where is Lunacy though? He's come out in 14th, and like I said, he is on the soft tire now. So he's going to be quick. So he also filled up with fuel, yes, obviously. Right. We got full fuel, soft tires. And Prezzo made a mistake as well, because he's now back behind Tim. Must have got that move done on the danger curves. Prezzo gives Tim a little bit of a push at the hairpin. And Jack, meanwhile, is starting to pull away from lane. Those two are fairly close, and now it's about a 1.3 second gap. ACP is starting to struggle a little bit, I'd say, on those softs. Was behind Dynamite, is now fallen way behind Dynamite and Stingray. So I'm gonna say this lap is when he comes in. Jack can stay out, of course, as long as he wants. Same with Lane. They seem to do very well on the tires. What about Dynamite? What does he do? Does he come in or does he stay out? Nope. Doesn't do what Lunacy does. It doesn't blink. Stay racing play. BCP does not either. Interesting. Probably from the way it looks, it's going to be a one-stop strategy, from what it looks like. Even though I heard the rumors it was going to be a two-stop. There is Kane. He's actually... Huh, I actually just realized he's now in this picture too. Oh, and going wide there. Who was that? That's Prezzo. He's done the same mistake that BK did. Going wide there at turn 1. Hit the AstroTurf, and he just went up to the runoff area, and oh, that car is not looking good for him there. He's still trying to get to grips with it too. But yeah, no, Kane has been an awfully quiet race, but 8th place, he's doing pretty good. Started outside the top 10, and I think he was in last after he started. And he's doing fairly well. And Kervin, I noticed, is also pitted for soft tires as well. Botta now has come out on soft tires as well. And he's long way behind. And Jamo did, I think he pitted. Yeah, he did pit. It looks. I can tell from the fuel gauge. Alright, so now Lunacy will be on the back of Wags, so he's going to have to try to clear him. So he can try to get a little bit of clear air. And I think from what I heard, the pit lane is long. From what I heard, it takes about 20 seconds, I think, to get pit lane to your pit box. So it's probably like, what, another 40-something seconds total you're going to be stuck in the pits. The two Peugeots are still staying out. What about these guys? Did they come in? Does Dynamite come in? Nope. Stingray? He does. He's coming in. So he's getting off of those soft tires. He'll go to the mediums. ECP still staying out. And now Tim is going to come in as well. He was on the medium tires as well. There you go. Guys are now coming in, getting off of those soft compound tires. And there's Lunacy, so he should be able to get through Prezzo and Tim, as he's now going to try to get past Wags, and still alongside. I'm going to go to turn 1, but I think Lunacy should be able to get past him easily there with the grip he's got. And here goes Tim, coming out, and he comes out way behind Stingray. There's Tim. He comes out ahead of Kervin as well. And Jamo Tim. Prezzo does not, unfortunately. He comes up behind Jamo and Kervin after making his pit stop. Right, so that leaves now the top 7 have yet to pit. I feeling that Lunacy might pull off another undercut on one of these guys. Let's see, what's the gap right now? He's got 7 seconds in tubes. So he's about, let's see, from top 5, he's about 15-ish seconds maybe away. He could pull off the undercut and get it to the top 5, maybe top 4 even. Well, this would be very interesting to see. Yeah, because of course he will be faster. Jack's still staying out, but Lane has lost more time too. 2.8 seconds now. Last I checked, the gap was 1.3. As Dynamite now blinks, he's coming into the pits. And BK also follows suit. Dynamite was on the mediums, BK was on the softs. So that means BK will go to the medium tire, Dynamite will go to the soft tire to the end of the race. Team will stay out. He now will take 5th place. Now, where is Lunacy? He's coming around the final corner. And yeah, look at that. As soon as they get to the pit box, Lunacy is going to be miles ahead. Oh, that was interesting. I had a little bit of a flash as soon as I went to the guys in the pits. Now, where does BK and Dynamite come out? They come out 9th and 10th, just behind Stingray. So Stingray's pulled off an undercut. Well, on them at least. To at least cover them off. And BK has managed to pull off an undercut and hold off Tim from the time boot. So now that leaves just the top 5 to actually, at this rate, Lunacy could be able to get into the top 3 at this rate. If he does, if he can make it a 1, 2, 3 again for max speed. Wax looks like he had a bit of a moment there, I think, at the exit of turn 2, and he's now got 1.6 seconds, and yeah, look at those tires, they're not fairly holding on. He's been on those mediums for quite some time. He's gonna have to pit soon. There is Dynamite. BK though has clawed his way up there. Tires, Tim is not. He's on the soft compound tire. So he will be quicker than BK. That is for sure. And I can say the same thing with Dynamite. He'll be quicker than Stingray because of the tire compound difference. So Jack still staying out, Lane still staying out, BCP still staying out. Now Ken comes into the pits. What about Tim? What does he do? He's coming in as well. And there is Lunacy there. So he now will jump to 4th place. Look at that. That is a massive undercut. He has definitely pulled off. That's the beauty of the undercut there from blinking first. Wags now comes to the pits to get his pit stop. As we've got blue flags. What is this for? No clue. There were blue flags, but I don't know what it was about. Right. And yeah, now Tim's past BK like I thought he would. Just with him on the soft tire. And hello, Kevin, how are you doing? So he'll be quicker than BK too. So he'll manage to get past him. Or he should be able to. He should be okay with it as well. I think he should be able to. He's about 3/4 of the tank. Even though I know the Ford is the weakest. What's Kevin do? Does he go around the inside into the hairpin? No, BK covers him off. Now Jack comes into the pits. Alright. Leaders are coming in. Jack and Lane. BCP hasn't come in just quite yet. He's about to approach the pits. Lunacy, though, is just coming down the back straight. Alright, this might be interesting here. Jack's got to change his tires. Go onto the medium compound tire and same with Lane. Now BCP comes in. Alright, so where does Lunacy come out of all this? Guess is he should be able to be in third. Jack and Lane are coming out. They will come out in first and second as they were earlier. And there you go. Lunacy has pulled off an undercut, a massive undercut, and is now a max speed 1-2-3. The advantage of him hitting so soon has led up to a massive undercut. Well done, Lucy, that's for sure. And that just shows how good of a pace he's got too. Just play that absolutely strategically. But I think the rate he's going, he could catch up to Jack and Lane because of the tire difference. Only problem is that he's been on those softs for quite some time. We'll have to wait and see once we get to the closing stages. We're on lap 13 of 20 of the feature race here at Suzuka. About 8 more laps left until we get to the checkers. As it stands right now, Jack is leading. He's leading by 2 seconds over his teammate Lane. Then it's Lunacy, who's further down the road by 6.8 seconds. But he could be closing. Dynamite in 4th, Steering 5th, Tim in 6th. Curving now goes to 7th place as he's gone past BK. And speaking of him, he's in 8th place. Banana has dropped down to 9th. Yeah, that's the disadvantage of staying out for way too long. He's now way far back from where he was with Stingray and Dynamite. And as a result, he's down to 9th place. Kane, though, is in 10th place. Jam in 11th. Prezzo's now back into 12th place. Tim in 13th. Wax in 14th. And Bardot, who has been the biggest surprise, I'd say, is currently in last. And I have no idea what these blue flags are about. It's been happening down the main straight for some stupid reason. Good old GT Sport. Of course, we are waiting until we get to the new game of GT7, which will come out in next month. Definitely can't wait for that, actually, for sure. Yeah, I think the rate that Lucy might be going, I think he's probably going to be holding on to third. I can't really see him getting too much more of an advantage with those tires, because they are starting to fall off a tiny bit off the cliff. So yeah, max speed are definitely going to win this round, that is for sure, and extend their advantage in the championship. And also to remind everyone that we have about 4, actually after this, we've got 3 more races to go, because after this we go to another Japanese track, even though this one is fictional. We were going to Kyoto driving park at the Yamagawa circuit. Of course, that's a circuit we've been familiar with for quite some time. Then after that will be the Bollinger Cup race, which is the Bathurst 250. And then finally, we'll move on to the States at the Laguna Seca circuit in California. So that will be the final race of the GT series. So more laps left into this race. Jack leads, Lane in second, Lucy in third, still a max speed 1-2-3. That's Dynamite, Stingray, Tim, Curving, BK, Banana, and Kane. That is your top 10. Jamo, Prezzo, Wags, now brought in 14th place. That explains it. Tim's got damage to his front arrow, front left suspension. Right. Well, it was an action-packed opening laps. It's now kind of been to the more traditional route of Suzuka, where the field's a little bit more spread out. Not so many trains forming, pretty much. Apart from these guys, obviously, in the midfield. But other than that, it's for the first time here in terms of racing here for the GT category, it's actually not been too bad. I've actually been enjoying it. fair amount. Lane, though, is starting to close in a little bit more. Jack, the gap's now at 1.3 seconds again. I've just noticed. Ah, Jack's got a 1 second penalty, so he must have made a mistake somewhere and copped a penalty. If. Well, the bad news is if Lane keeps up, that will result in Lane actually winning the race. But as it stands, even with that penalty, Jack can just be off of Lane by just 0.3. Of course, we'll have to wait and see. Somewhat spread out a little bit more, but well, let's see, what can we talk about for just a little bit, even though we've got a little bit more action. I guess we can talk a little bit more about this circuit. So yeah, this track though hasn't been around, well, at least for the last couple of years in terms of the Formula 1 spectrum, because as you know, like last year we had the COVID-19 started the COVID-19 pandemic that kind of screwed up everything, and then basically Suzuka was one of the tracks that got cancelled, unfortunately, and last year was not able to do it as well because at that time Japan was in a state of emergency from the COVID-19 crisis. But it is set to return this year in Formula 1. I hope to see it in Formula 1. I actually do enjoy some of the racing around here. Of course, some famous moments I could think of. 2012, that carnage on the opening lap when Fernando Alonso and Romain Grosjean had their incident. And I think if I remember, so did Mark Webber and Nico Rosberg, I think it was, that got involved in the opening lap incident at turns 1 and 2. 2019, of course, the most recent turn 2 incidents with Leclerc and Verstappen, and then Vettel battled out Hamilton for second place. And then, of course, at that time was a race when Mercedes clinched their 6th Constructors' Championship at the time. Of course, that time they did a 1-3, I think, I remember. And Valtteri Bottas got his race win over there in 2019. But of course, the more notorious moments of this circuit, 1989, 1990, of course, the final rounds of the championship between Alain Prost and Ayrton Senna, two of the most famous drivers in Formula 1, and two of the biggest rivals in Formula 1 as well. 89, of course, when Alain Prost and Ayrton Senna came together, and then as a result of that, when they came together at the chicane, was the result of Alain Prost winning the championship. And then in 1990, well, how can we forget about that one? When Ayrton Senna goes for a big gap, tries to go for a gap that wasn't really there, and then, yeah, just decides just to go into the gravel win. Of course, around those times in the 1990s, late 80s, early 90s, I forget how much longer it was when Suzuka was the host of the final rounds of the Formula 1 World Championship, of course. But it does hold a little bit of a mar, this place, as well, in terms of its history. 2014, of course, was the tragic, well, it wasn't at the time it was, but the tragic accident of Jules Bianchi when he ran into a tractor that was parked alongside of one of the S's, I believe it was, and then was in the hospital for about a year and then died a year later before the Hungarian Grand Prix. It was a tragic loss, of course. It was Bianchi was looking to be one of the rising drivers in the Formula 1 in the Ferrari Academy, but yeah, unfortunately, that accident cost him his life. And then, of course, in Formula 1 is now where we've had the development of the Halo, as we've had for about a few years since 2018. Enough of the rambling, though. We've got about 3 more laps left. Jack's leading by just now 1.1 seconds. The lane has started to close in a little bit more. Lucy holding on in 3rd place, Donovan in 4th, Stingray in 5th, Kirby in 6th place, Tim in 7th. BK now has BCP for company, as you can see. Oh, sorry. For company there for about 8th place. Both on the same tire, of course, on the medium compound tire. Kane might get involved in this as well. He's not that far off either. He's just only about 1.7 seconds behind. Doesn't make the way through too long. Now these two holding up. Jack's got now 9/10 of a penalty, and the lane is closing in a little bit more as we speak. That gap is just about a half-tenth. Oh! Half a tenth, yeah. Well, it was a half a tenth separate for Lane to please get the win, but unfortunately, he's lost a couple of tenths there out of the final corner. Lucy there he is, just having a bit of a race of his own, minding his own business. Stingray, well, unfortunately for that, he has now his 2nd time penalty. I guess cutting a little bit too much of the chicane. So Curry now is in range of gain 5th place rather than Stingray. He is 7th, and BCP is now in 8th place. What's happening to BK? He's dropped way down. Now he's gone past by Kane, round the outside into turn 2, and Kane pulls it off. Wow, interesting. BK was in 8th by the time I was looking at him when they were going to the hairpin. Now all of a sudden he's lost 2 places. Oh, that didn't look good. That must be Kane that's slagging like crazy. Oh, dearie me. Oh, Curry's lost a little bit of time, I think, to Stingray too, because look at that. The gap's now at 4.7 seconds. Who else is coming in for company? Hello, Tim. How are you doing? Let's see. These two still separate by about over a second. But I think Lane might do the honorable thing and just let Jack go for the win. Of course, Timo Lane, the driver, have the glory. Tim is on the back of Kirby, but he has a 10th penalty right now above his head, as you can see. Oh, Botto and Wags are having a little self-scrap. I think that might have been Botto catching the Wags, and now he's up to 13th place. Alright, we are on to the final lap as well. If you remember the last time when I was watching Jack about to win a race, which was the first race of the season, I lied down and unfortunately didn't get to see it, so hopefully that is not the case. Or whatever the case is going to happen. Brandon Dunlop. Lane right now hovering behind by just 1.1 seconds. There's Lunacy. Down by 4th. 5th. And then Curry, we could see these two battling out for the final lap. We'll have to wait and see. BCB, Kane, and BK, that is your top 10. But it's been a very controlled race, though, for these two, for sure, Jack and Lane. Led by over 11 seconds before they had to make their pit stops. And pretty much ever since then have never looked back, as Lane has lost about a couple more tenths, I think, there. I think he's just backing off a little bit there. And this will be race win number 2 coming for Jack. Like I mentioned earlier, his first race came in his very first race at Seaside. Last time I lagged out and didn't get to see him win it. But this time we will get the opportunity. Rounding the chicane for the final time. Jack will come to cross the line and win the feature race here in Suzuka. And Lane will come home in second place. Lunacy will come home in third and make it a max speed 1, 2, and 3. A dominant performance for the team. Very nicely done indeed. Dynamite will come home in fourth place. As a result, nice, comfortable drive for at least the second half of the stint. Stingray will complete the top 5. Curvy will be in 6th place. Good recovery drive after being way down into last in the early part of the race. Tim will be coming home in 7th. Kane in 8th. BK holds on to 9th. BCP now goes to 10th place, actually. Jammo in 11th place. Prezzo in 12th. Wags in 13th. Quad in 14th, and then 2 will round it off. But congratulations to Jack there, your second race win of the season. And also to help you out to get, I think that might get him ahead of Baudot though in the championship, if I'm correct, after that result. Yeah, because Baudot finishes out in 14th place, so yeah, Jack is going to get second place in the championship. So max speed will be 1, 2 in the championship and drivers' championship as well. Shows you how competitive and how consistent they've been throughout the season so far. And there you go. Pole position, fastest lap. No trouble at all for Jack. Fine race for him, indeed. Now I think we will take in a 5-minute break, and then we will head to the second race here in Suzuka. And I think I will do the same too, because I do need to get some. I want to get something to drink. So I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, I am back. Alright, so yeah, we're under 5-minute break. Yeah, I mean, you're not far off from saying that statement there, OP. Pretty much is almost like 2002 for Peugeot. Yeah, of course, I'm trying to think who. Yeah, that was when Gronholm won the title, if I remember correctly. As well for Peugeot. That was his second title, if I remember correctly, too. Those pressures, which was the, if I remember, the 206. Those were good cars back then, as well. Probably would say it was one of the best World Rally cars back then. And then a little bit further in the mid 2000s, they went to the the god awful 307. Yeah. That car became famous, alright. That became famous of being one of the most unreliable rally cars in the entire world. Not a surprise, because it's also French. But, yeah. Okay. Now I'm looking at the Discord. So there was an incident between Kerbin and Lucy. Right, okay. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, because I thought it was Kirby that might have just overshot the corner, but nah. That explains what happened to him at turn 1. Probably just didn't get the best angle, or at least from what I could understand. Can I make a cuppa? Yeah, that 307, you know, if you ever get bored, OP, there's like a little compilation of, like, the season of 2004 of all the things that went fucking wrong with... Oh, I'm so sorry to say that. I do not mean to say that. Please do not censor me, YouTube, for saying that. Sorry for... I do not mean to curse. Anyway. Now, go look at the compilation of the 2004 307. It has, like, in the description, it has, like, all the things that went wrong, like, mechanically or whatever. And I remember also Timo Ratsinen had some uncomfortable moments in that car. You can recall from Cyprus, from... what was another one? He had, like, problems with, like, his seat or whatever. Oh, it was at Finland. Yeah, because yeah, everything was just wrong about that car. It was just terrible. Of course, now you don't see Peugeot in the World Rally Championship anymore, unfortunately. But it's different now, of course, because now we got the Puma, Hyundai, i20, and then the Toyota Yaris. You know, also probably to think about more of those cars. Hyundai kind of starting to be more of the 307. It's underdeveloped. It seems unreliable. Neuville had a shocker of a freaking Monaco Monaco Rally. Like, he did the best he could. It's just that car was just crap. I'm honestly concerned about Hyundai though this season. I'm not gonna lie. That is for sure. I mean, just mainly because, like, they lost their team principal. The car just made some dramatic changes before the new regulations came, and now the car's just bad. And yeah, Hyundai did not do well at all at Monaco. Alright, we've got one more minute so we can get going. And we should be able to get back underway for the sprint race. So the next race will be 15 laps. Yeah, didn't he, like, yeah, if I remember, he, like, said, like, what rally was it where he just did, I remember Lane telling me this too. I remember seeing this in a season review. where like he did like an entire stage with just third gear, which is insane, and he still put up one of the quickest times. I think it was it in Cyprus or Greece? Or something like that. It was one of the gravel rallies. I can't remember exactly. Alright, anyway. I'll have to think about that at another time. Anyway. On to the race. Finland, thank you. It was Finland. Yeah, I was just trying to recall. Anyway, 2 will be on pole, Botton in 2nd, Wags in 3rd, President 4th, Jam in 5th, BCP in 6th, BK in 7th, Kane in 8th, Tim in 9th, Kirby in 10th, Stereo 12th, Dynamite 12th, Dynamite 12th, Lucy 13th, Plane, and then Jack, who was the race winner from the feature. And off we go for the final time here at Suzuka. Tomb gets a little bit of a bogged down start. I think Botton has got the better jump off the start, and he will lead the field to the first corner. And Jamma will follow suit into 2nd place ahead of Tomb. There's Prezzo there in 4th. There's Kirby there in 5th place. Right now the river cars right now holding on the top 5. ECP in 6th. Wags in 7th. BK in 8th. And then Stingray in 9th place. 7, 8, and 9 for the Kennedy Motorsport Subarus. Then it's Kane, then Dynamite, Tim, Lunacy, Lane, and Jack. So far I haven't changed too much of the order apart from the front. Prezzo looking down the inside of Tube. Oh, no, never mind. He does not go for the move on Tube. Although Tube gets a little bit scrolly on the exit of the 2nd Dayton curve. Up towards the hairpin they come now. What does Prezzo do here? He's going to send it down the inside. He's going to use the might of that Hyundai and same with Kirby. Ooh, he shoves his teammate as well. Shoves him out of the way. Gets through into 4th. Prezzo goes up to 3rd. Now he's got Jamma for company as well. Bottom though is starting to slightly pull away from the rest of the field, getting out of trouble as they make their way down to Spoon. Jamma gets a little bit wide there, gets a bit taily. That opens the door for Prezzo. He moves up to 2nd place. Kirby though, flashing the slides as well, as you can see there. Now moves himself into 3rd place ahead of the other 2 Revo cars. Now, oh, this will be interesting. How they fare here, 130 side by side. Kirby down the inside. One of the cars goes wide. That is Jamma who goes wide. Kirby gets into 2nd place. Down the inside goes Stingray now, into the chicane. He bumps Prezzo. They make contact, a little bit more contact, I think, there on the exit. Prezzo's lost 2 positions there in 1 corner. Now BCP goes into 4th place ahead of Prezzo. Dynamite right now in 6th place. Kane in 7th, BK in 8th place. Oh, he's going to lose. Oh, he's losing 2 places now. Oh, he is getting absolutely swamped by the Peugeots as they now make their way through, or trying to make their way through now. He's basically wrapped up in a Peugeot sandwich. As he's got Lucy ahead and then Lane, or no, Jack, I'm sorry, behind, and then Lane right behind him as well. Bottom leading by just 1.8 seconds, curving right behind in 2nd place. Stingray is in 3rd. Of course, he's trying to catch up to Curvin as well. Those 2 have had some fair shares over the past, I should say. First 2nd times, how legitimate is that? You can see on the opening laps, of course. I think they're starting to catch Bottom a little bit. Kirby's caught about 4/10 over that first sector. Making their way through 200R, now up to Spoon Curve they come. That Subaru, I think, looks a little bit more stable through that corner than the Ford does. I like the size comparison though to the Ford compared to like the rest of the cars. It's so low to the ground that he just have these other cars behind that just make it look like a minnow. Do 130R. What does Stereo do here through the chicane? Does he go for anything? No, he's just sitting behind at least for the time being. But yeah, look at the gap that closed up now to just less than 0.8 of a second. Well, now it's kind of climbed up a little bit down to just about 0.9. Stingray with the fastest lap of the 158.6. And look at this, he's looking interested. No, he sticks behind. Interesting. I thought he was going to go for a move. Now he just sticks behind Kirby, at least for the time being. And down the inside goes Lunacy on Kane into turn 2, and he's making the move done. And into 7th place. Also, of course, the note too is that the top 5 are on the soft compact tire. Dynamite. Oh, hello. I think someone just went wide. Yeah, that was Stingray. Yeah, I thought I saw a Kennedy Motorsport car that went wide. It was Stingray. He went wide of the Dunlop curve. I think he might have hit the grass. And as a result, now BZP's into the voting places. I was going to mention that Dynamite is the current medium, lead medium runner. Right now in 6th place. See also on the medium tire. Kane on the medium. Look at the train of cars there through the hairpin. That is a long train of cars from 6th to about last. Don't see that too often. So now Stingray has got to make up all that ground up again to try to see if we can fight against Kirby. He first has to get past BCP for 3rd place, back to the final podium place. And speaking of which, Kirby is now right on the tail of Bonhart. I think with the straight line speed of that Ford, he should be relatively easy to... Let's see. I was going to say relatively easy, but I'm not sure if that's the case. Kirby goes to the inside. And there you go. Kirby is now into the lead of the race. So yeah, the straight line speed of that Ford with that V8 engine in the back definitely pulled off there, and he's up into 1st. All the rest of the orders not changed a little bit too much. I'll make the way through the S's now. Comes to the rest of the field. 2 of us having a little bit of a moment there. For the S's. Does Bonhart fight back though? Does he have enough ability to fight back? Just needs to stay within that slipstream of the Ford. He doesn't have any sort of chance. Staying right though. Oh, he's gonna go for it. But I just literally just left the door open for him, and as a result, Stingray now moves up into 3rd place. Back into 3rd place. But I just kind of left the red carpet there for him. Stingray just took the invitation. With a 9/10 second penalty up above his head. Right now in 7th place. There's not too much has changed, at least for now. With these guys, but probably will soon. I would imagine. He's to be doing the best he can to hold on to Stingray, but he's doing a fairly decent job, I will say that. At least trying to hang on. Oh, but Stingray's made a crucial mistake. Oh, the camera angle didn't catch it, but yeah, he must have went too deep with the chicane, and he went onto the AstroTurf as a result. Well, he's lost the position again. Medium runners are now coming in. They have now reached the tire requirements of 4 laps. So BK is in, Lane is in, Dynamite is in, and Tim is in. So they are into the pits. Now, they will move on to the soft compound tire. This will be a 1-stop, obviously. And this should be able to carry them to the end of the race. Well, meanwhile, it's lost a fair amount of time. Now it's at 1.8 seconds between Kirby and Bonhart. Stay right back again on the back of BCP. Banana trying his best to hold on. So Stingray make a move at the hairpin a couple laps ago. Does he go for it again? No, he's just a little too far back. Way around the hairpin. And there's Lucy there. He did not pit with the rest of the medium runners. So he's probably opted to just stay out for at least a little while and then go into the soft tire and hope to maybe get some clear air. And I can say the same over Jack. Oh, it's going wide. Hello. That is Wags. He has gone very wide at Spoon. He must have went way too deep. And as a result, he's lost a ton of time to Jamo, unfortunately. I think if I were these two, I'd probably pit now, so you can try to cover up the medium, what was the medium runners behind you beforehand. So let's see what they do. Did they come in? Oh, Lunacy's hit the wall. He hit the wall going into the pits. Oh, that is not what he wanted. So he got, yeah, you saw that. He went headfirst into the wall at pit entry. He's now got front aero and front left suspension to fix. So that's going to cost him more time. And I think he's going to drop down to the rest of the medium runners. That is quite unfortunate there for Lunacy. I think he just might have came into the pits just a little bit too late. So meanwhile, also Stingray has gone past me speed. Probably did that a little while ago. Probably did that the first corner, I assume. Probably did while I was looking at the guys going to the pits. So let's see. Where does Lucy come out? Yeah, he's in 14. So he's behind Tim. Jack now is behind Dynamite. So these are the guys that pitted from the mediums onto the soft compound side. Jack looking to go the outside. Dynamite holds off the position, but he goes a little bit too wide. But, I thought he was going to go a little bit too wide. I thought his tires dipped into the gravel, but no, he was all right. Lane on the back of Wags. Wags has yet to pit. Lane has pitted. See the difference in the tires. Actually, maybe not. I'm not sure. Nah, I think he has pitted. Yeah. I'm just trying to make sure. But anyway, he's going to go down the... I thought he was going to go down the inside. No, not quite. Yeah, so for soft runners, they have to go for quite some time until they have to go into the pits for their turn to go to the medium tire. I think, as Lane now gets past Wags for 8th, we could see maybe this race play into Lane's hands. Now he's got some clear air. He doesn't need to deal with any traffic. Tubes is about like 4.8 seconds off the road. And there's the rest of the field behind. I think provisionally this is the top 3. Here comes Dynamite. He's going to make a move on PK to the inside into turn 1. Ooh, this is tight. Dynamite trying to hold on into the exit of turn 2. BK trying to fight back into turn 3. He dips his tires onto the grass a little bit there. Still more contact as well. He dips his tires into the grass again. And as a result, he loses out to the fight at Dynamite. He drops down to 11th place. Jack also had to take evasive action to avoid all that sort of kerfuffle there in front of him. Meanwhile, Lucy has also got past Tim for 13th place. We're now on lap 7 of 15. Just 9 more laps left into the race. Currently by 5.4 seconds. The gap between Lane and Curvin is 29.3. I think Lane could get a jump on Curvin when he pits. I reckon. Look at all that clear air he's got. He's got a ton of clear air. guys behind him. Well, they're good. They're in their own little scrap heap. Including the race winner from the last race. That'd be Jack, who's behind BK. I think if you're the guys that started the meets, you're definitely looking more in a prime spot. Kane now comes in, Prezzo comes in. Kane was on the medium tire, so I think he stayed out a little bit too long. He's going to drop down to the bottom of the field, I reckon. Oh, that's close. Trying to hold on Wags. Trying to hold on those two Kenny Motorsport cars in front of him. Oh, he bumps his teammate! He pushes him into the gravel! Oh my goodness! The scenes! BK has pushed his own driver into the... Oh, and he spins in front of... Oh, he spins in front of... I think that was Jamo. He spun in front of... Not a great re-entry. Oh, goodness me. Drama between the two Kenny Motorsport cars. BK just gave him a bump, and there goes Wags into the gravel. Very unfortunate. I think BK might be kicking himself knowing that he took out one of his own cars. Right now, top 5 still have yet to pit. Lap 9 of 15. Botto under pressure from BCP as Steen right now comes into the pits. Oh, he's got damage all around almost. Front arrow, rear arrow, and then the left side of his suspension is just screwed. A mare of a sprint race for Stainer, that is for sure. Look at all that clear that lane's got. Dynamite trying to hold off BK, crisscrosses. BK goes to the outside into the first corner. He's going to try to look around the long way. Around the outside comes the Subaru. Into turn 2. He goes to the grass again. This is tight racing. Still side by side. Making their way through the S's. Dynamite holds on for the time being. Oh, this is aggressive driving from these two. Dynamite managing to hold on. At least for now. Close racing. Up through the Dunlop curve. And into the Dagnuts. Clipping a lot of that apex there, that's for sure. Dana 1, Dana 2. Up towards the hairpin. Does BK find any sort of move to get past the Hyundai? Is he going to go down the inside? Oh, Dynamite trying to cover the inside. He can't cover it for much longer. BK now moves up into 5th. BK now moves up to 5th. Dynamite trying to fight back, going through 200R. He's going to try to go the inside into Spoon. He's going to go down the inside. Oh, I think they may have slight bit of contact as well. That opens the door for Jack as he makes his way past BK. BK's lost maybe, oh, he might lose 3 positions now in one corner. Because Lunacy is now alongside him, down the back straight, towards 130R, as the front runners are now coming to the pits. Dynamite holds on, side by side between Lunacy and BK. Oh, BK goes onto the AstroTurf, onto the grass even. He has to now concede right behind the Peugeot into 8th place. Now, let's see what happens here. Where does Lane come out? Curving is going to stay in front. He's in the lead still. So him starting on soft tire definitely was the benefit. So I was definitely wrong. Lane stays in 2nd place. Botto, however, has been undercut by Lane though. He's in 3rd. And, oh, spinning! Who was that? That was Dynamite. He's gone into the gravel trap. Oh, dearie me. I don't know what happened. I just saw in the background he was in the gravel trap. I don't know if there was contact or not. Oh, goodness me, there's Prezzo. Oh, that was so close. that was quite itchy there. You too. But I like what happened to BK and Wags. At least the two teammates didn't make some incidental contact. Alright, so I think the pit cycles have now gone through. So Curry still leads, but only by 4.1 seconds over Lane. Bottom in third, then Jack in fourth place, then Lucy in fifth. So that is your top five, at least for the time being. BK in sixth, Tim in seventh now. Jammo in eighth, Kane in ninth, so they've been doing pretty decent so far. Dynamite in 10th, Prezzo in 11th, Stingray in 12th place. After getting that damage, he's had a few laps to go. What does he do here around Spoon, though? Does he go around the outside? No, he does not. Prezzo covers him off. He gets a little bit of a skid, though, on the entry of the corner. Prezzo goes deep, and he's onto the green stuff. And there he goes, into the grass. He's still on it. He's trying to get back on the track. Oh, that's just unfortunate. Yeah, when you get stuck on the AstroTurf there, you cannot get off of it. And yeah, as a result, that's what happens. He's lost now about 3.7 seconds to Stingray because of that. Alright. 5 laps to go into this race. Will Lane have enough in those tires to catch the Ford in front? Gap did close down on that last lap by just a couple of tenths. Does Lane have enough though to get to curving? Right behind in third place. Two Peugeot still hanging on. DK in 6th. 7th. Kane in 8th. Jammo in 9th. Dynamite though looking down the inside of Jammo. Food Dunlop curve. He's going to try to go around the outside of Dana. Jammo brakes way too late. Well, actually, I thought he would brake a little bit later than I thought. No, he managed to hold on. Well done though, Jammo. Nice defensive maneuver there. But Dynamite, I think, will try to fight him back as he goes into the hairpit. He can't quite find a move there. He's not close enough. Or is he? I think Jammo might have left the door open there for Dynamite. Stingray goes a little bit squirrely there on the exit of the hairpin. Rounding 200, they come. Dynamite trying to look around now. The outside. Jammo trying to cover him off. Now going to Spoon curve they come. Oh, they make contact as well, and Dynamite goes into the AstroTurf. He's going to struggle like what Prezzo had to deal with. Oh, that is unfortunate there. He's now lost a couple of seconds there because of the two. Yep, the two Hyundais end up exactly in the same position they were in that same bit of AstroTurf. Bono now, wait, what? Oh, Bono's got damage. Well, that explains why he's in the pits. Wonder how he's done that. He's got front air of front left suspension. Right, so now the the Max Speed cars are now 2, 3, and 4. But good car from Lucy after getting that damage in the pit lane. That is something I have not seen anyone do in this game, I would say. Making that sort of incident. Dana 1, then Dana 2. 3.4 seconds is the gap. Lane needs to gain maybe about 1 second a lap. In order for him to catch curving. Oh yeah, that's true. I forgot about that. Yeah, bottom. Oh! Contact between the teammates. What's with the teammate contacts, boys? Ah, yeah, that does make sense. I forgot about that. Yeah, so So Bono did start the softs, that's right. So he went double soft and then the mediums. Ah, okay. Yeah, alright, thanks for reminding me about that, okay. I completely forgot about that. I don't think Lane has enough tire life to catch curving. I think at this rate curving might have this. In terms of fresher softs, fresher mediums, they're definitely better than more softs, that's for sure. Just with the mediums, you can hold on. Right now, 13th place. I'm just now having to pit again. I wonder if Otto may have just pulled the trigger too quickly in terms of what tire he wanted. I've done that mistake before too, where you like accidentally pick the tire that you're not supposed to go on, of course. And I think that's what Otto did. So there you go. He probably did that mistake, but I'm not sure. As you can see, one of the Peugeots going very deep into Tango 2. That was Jack and Ludosu. As they've got now 3 more laps to go here in Suzuka. BK right now being the lead Kennedy car in 5th place. And there's Tim being the lead racing division car. 6th. McCain though has had a quiet race, so another quiet race for him. It's been pretty solid for him. He's, what was he, in 8th place if I remember in the feature? Right now in 7th place in the sprint. No, he's been holding his own. I'm definitely impressed with Kane in this result. Very happy to see he's doing very well. Stingray though is not doing very well though after having damage. Curly right now in 8th place. And Jammer was ghosted for some reason. I don't know if he made a mistake or if he was wearing a penalty. And there's Banana and Prezzo. Towards 130R. As we've now got about 2 more laps to go into this race, the sprint race here at Suzuka. Through the chicane they go. Back of Prezzo. Making the way down. Turn and down the main straight. Looking to the inside of Prezzo. Tried a bit of contact as well on the right quarter bumper. Or right bumper, I should say. Sorry. Right rear bumper. I was about a quarter panel. Even though it's on a quarter panel. It's on NASCAR. The other. Oh, what's going on here? Ah, Tim's gone past BK. I just realized that. So BK must have made a mistake, and now Tim's now into 5th place. BK's now down to 6th, and he's got Kane for company. Right. Making their way through. Oh, Kane trying to go around the outside into the hairpin. BK tries to shove him off a little bit there, I think. Holds on for the time being. Kane though is going to try and fight back, making the way down towards the spoon curve. What does Kane do here? Does he go for a move around the outside? He's close. Can't get it stick. No, maybe he might do it here. As he tried to burn off a penalty as well. Holds it around the outside. That's actually good driving there from Kane. I will say that. He got a good run as well, I think. The Mount make the way down the back straight. Kane is just slightly ahead. Just nice move from Kane, I will say that. Around the outside, but they go way out of 130R. Ooh, that was close. Alright, and the final lap has also started as well. Curving leading by just 2.5 seconds from Lane at the very moment. The 2 Peugeots of Jack and Lucy still holding on in 3rd and 4th place. So it's been another good result looking for max speed. BK looking to the inside. Stingray also getting acquainted in this. Well, he goes on the inside of BK. Shoves him out of the way and now tries to get past, trying to get past Kane. Making their way through the S's now. Oh, this is tight there between these two. Up the Dunlop curve. Both of them back to the leaders though in just a brief moment. They're doing it 1, doing it 2. Stingray not close enough. There's Kevin, he's over to R. Stingray coming towards the hairpin. Is he going to shoot him down the inside? Yes, he does. He tries to squeeze his way through. Oh, this is so tight there. But Stingray, I think, has got the move done. He's in the 6. That is quite adventurous. Kane trying to fight back as they go through 200R. Too smooth curve. Curry just coming down the back straight right now for the final time. Stingray trying to hold it on the inside. And he does get through. But meanwhile, up ahead, Curry rounding the chicane for the final time. After missing out on the Nürburgring, comes back to redeem himself here. He sees the checkered flag. He'll take the sprint race here at Suzuka and wins for the second. I think that'll be race win number 2 for Curvy. Well done to him. Lane will take home second place, Jack in third, and Lucy in fourth. Another great showing from Max Speed, a 2-3-4 this time here in the sprint race. Tim will come up in 5th place. A nice solid result here for him in the race division car. Stingray will come in 6th. Drag race to the line, and it's BK that beats out Kane. It's the line by just 7/100ths of a second for 7th place. Kane in 8th, Gemma 9th. Bottom completes the top 10. And then another drag race to the line. Oh, this is so close! Oh, Dolomite being a PCP by just 1/10 of a second. Squeezed him into the Armco. Oh, wow. Banana 12th, Presto 13th. Wags will come up at 14th. And 2 will round it off. He is the man indeed. I will agree on that, OP. Nice job, Kevin. Well done. Saw on the soft tire and led pretty much every single lap of this race and never looked back. Cannot go wrong with that at all. Well done, Kevin. You definitely deserve that for sure. And now, I think we can conclude this stream with a dominant performance from Max Speed. Well done to them indeed. A 1-2-3 in the feature, a 2-3-4 in the sprints. Not bad indeed. But yeah, we'll move on next week to Kyoto, like I mentioned. Back-to-back trips in Japan. As we will have 3 more races left in the championship. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to like the stream if you did enjoy the race, and obviously hit that subscribe button to Project 1 eSports if you haven't done so already. That's all for now. Thank you very much for watching, and we will catch you next week for the GT series in Suzuka. We were already here in Suzuka, in Kyoto. Take care, everyone. Have a good night.